Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Get to Know Kelowna. I'm your host, my name is Darcy and I'm a realtor with Vantage West Realty. And today I have with me Megan. She is the owner-operator of Over the Top Racks here in Kelowna. Over the Top Racks is a relatively new storefront. They've been around town for a couple of years now, but it's a really cool storefront. I actually happened upon it by accident. I was picking up some dog food just across the street there, and I saw a rooftop tent set up outside, and I knew I had to come check it out because I've got a rooftop tent myself. And as you can see, they've got some pretty cool stuff here. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to learn a little bit more about Megan. So Megan, why don't we start with what made you decide to open this business?
Well, I was working as a manager in a shop very much like this for about 12 years, and it sold to a big chain. At that point, I was 1 month pregnant, and I said to myself, if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do it. And
so this is the opportunity?
Yeah. Yeah, so just jumped in with both feet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And why don't we tell people a little bit about what the business is?
All right. So we're a locally owned and operated specialty rack and accessory shop.
Yep.
So basically, we make your vehicle match your lifestyle. So anything you can put in or on the vehicle, that's our jam.
Awesome. And obviously a bit more of like a adventure,
yeah,
outdoor.
very much like outdoor sporting, camping, that kind of thing. So bike racks, kayak racks, ski racks, that kind of thing, for the most part.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And since you've been in business, what's surprised you about it?
Well, you know, not just starting my own, but I always thought, man, like, people are so happy to give me money.
Oh yeah. That's a good problem to have in
Yeah,
business.
like, no way. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, you know,
that's
it's
great.
at least all the problem, right, for people, and you can really feel that. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. And what drives you? What keeps you motivated working in this business?
Oh, well, we're passionate with the outdoors,
Mhm.
and we love to help people. So essentially, I feel like this is the perfect mix of that. You know, mechanical ability, retail, customer service, out of the box thinking. Yeah, like I said, we just solve a problem, so it's really, you know, it's just really rewarding. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And what would be something that people don't know about this business?
Well, again, we're not a franchise, we're not a chain. We have no
Locally owned.
investors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's literally just, we started from the ground up, my husband and I, so I laugh, like people first came in, you know, in the first 6 months, I'm like, what are you guys doing? What are you selling in here? Right? It's like, well, you can see my floor. Why isn't that wall?
It was when I first came.
Yeah.
It was
Pretty
about
bare.
a year ago. It was pretty bare. and
Right.
It's
So
just
it's-
every time there's a few
yeah.
more things here. It's really
Well,
cool.
it's like nothing's free. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, so our inventory is a little bit insane, but yeah, I think that's probably most surprising because not many people start businesses that are in competition with like Mac or you know what I mean? Like that's a pretty rare thing these days. So I think that's probably a big surprise for most people.
Nice. And I might be jumping ahead a little bit here, but you guys have a Red Seal
Yes.
technician that works here as well. I don't want to steal
Yes.
one of your answers.
Yeah, no. Actually, my manager's a welder, so he has his ticket in welding, and my husband's a Red Seal auto body tech.
Great. So people need solutions for anything. You guys
Right.
can accommodate.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like we're not doing auto body in the back, and you know we do fabricate bumpers and stuff like that, but it's just kind of like an add-on to what we offer, like making it next level. So if we have an install that's like, oh, you got to cut this bumper completely in half, well, I'm going to bring in my husband who literally cuts cars apart for a living, and we do that, right?
That's
So
cool.
it's not like you have to send it away to get fixed. It's like it's done right the
One-stop
first
shop.
time. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, I can't afford to have him on full time, but I mean,
He doesn't work for free.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's my my free part timer.
What would you say that customers love the most about?
Well, I think customer service is what I think sets us apart. It's kind of, I wouldn't want to say dying, but it's not as common these days as you would hope. So, you know, I think our approach is we like to educate people instead of dictate to what people are going to buy, and that way it kind of lets them decide what suits their needs in a no pressure environment. So, I think that's really key when it comes to customer service and maintaining long-term relationships.
And even when I came in, I mean, you're the owner, and you're the first person I met. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
And have you guys had any odd requests from people?
Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, I'm not sure how odd you would think it is, but we have a bike shop in the Okanagan who asked us to put racks on their stretch limo to carry their bikes around. I thought that was kind of that's a first for me.
That would be an idea.
Yeah, but we do hitches on like, you know, convertible Mustangs, like Teslas, Honda Fits, bikes.
All walks of life.
Yeah, we had a guy with a Ram TRX, which is like, it's got a Corvette
dream
motor.
truck.
Yeah. So he's like, you know, he's a contractor. He's like, can you like, I need a tonneau, like a rack for like lumber, and he wanted a platform on the cab of the truck. So we dropped the headliner and bolted into his super expensive pickup Corvette. Drive around the, I'm like, wow, yeah, it's pretty fun. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
we get a lot of interesting things. I mean, you know, people like, hey, can you put a rack on my smart car? Like, I'm like, you know, so we get asked for a lot of different things, and some things we can't accommodate. Some it's just like, no,
A little too much.
wish I could, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And for you, with Over the Top Racks, what are your goals for the next year?
Well, you know, I think with COVID, it really scattered us. So I think my main focus this year is to refocus, you know, do some team building, streamline our inventory, get out to some shows,
Nice.
right? And just kind of get a baseline moving forward, because yeah, COVID was just like, and then it's like, you know, everyone's like, oh yeah, like look at your 2019. I'm like, we were new. So, you know, we're just, you know, we want to move forward with a nice, you know, expectation of what things are going to be like in a normal, you know, setting.
World.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You probably touched on it, but I mean, greatest challenge is standing in the way of those goals. I would hope that COVID's kind of out of the way, but anything else that's...
I mean, we got a lot of competition, so, you know, I think like just elbows out, like that's probably our, you know, we have the same overhead as a lot of these places when it comes to like advertising and marketing and whatnot, and then we're just, you know, we're very much small, right? People are like, oh, yeah, like, can I talk to your marketing department? Like, yeah, you're talking to her. Yeah. I mean, hold please.
Yeah. One day you'll have
Yeah,
to
I'm not
receptionist
gonna-
do all that, yeah.
So I think that the biggest thing is competition. So we're just trying to make sure we get a good foothold, right? I think COVID really kind of accelerated the discovery, I want to say, right? Because without COVID, their needs would be satisfied elsewhere. So I feel like COVID was good for us in that way, but it was just very intense in our industry. So it's like, I think after summer, I was just rocking in a ball. Like, what just happened? Oh my God. And then, you know, and all winter, and then spring hit, you're like, not again. And then, yeah, like it was just intense. So I think, yeah, we're just looking forward to some like normalcy, I suppose. Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
And what is something that people don't know about you or Over the Top Racks?
I think people are pretty surprised to know that I do a lot of the installs. Like,
yeah?
Before I opened, I was like, at the other shop, I was pretty much doing all of them. But now with being the owner operator and all the paperwork that I don't do, and all the marketing, all the hats I wear, John does a lot of the installs, but yeah, like I do the technical stuff of headliner dropping, like rack placement, that kind of thing. And I think
Get
people
your
are
hands
pretty
dirty.
surprised that they're like, what? Like, no, right? So yeah, I do, yeah. So
You
hitches.
truly do
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
in
for
your
sure,
marketing,
yeah, exactly.
installs.
I started, it was just me, and I think my first customer I did the hitch.
Wow.
And I was pregnant in my driveway at home before I had this location. So yeah, it's like, you know what, it's just, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Can't do it all myself, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you've obviously done a pretty good job so far. And what would you say are some of the highest highs you've had in your life so far?
Definitely becoming a mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
amazing.
I have 2 kids, and yeah, so that was probably the biggest accomplishment, I would say. Yeah.
Probably one of the
life
motivators to keep
changing.
going with this.
Right,
I bet. Yeah.
right. I would blame my daughter Violet actually, because she's the one, like as soon as I got pregnant, all of the hell broke loose. Like, now I'm a business owner. I'm like, what did you do? What is your deal, kid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's the catalyst. So yeah, like I do. Yeah, it's hard though. Like, you know, as a business owner and a mom, you know, showing up. Sometimes you feel like you're not showing up for something because there's just so many demands. But we try.
I've got 2 dogs, not 2 kids.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's okay.
Two
Yeah.
on my time too, so I have a
Yeah.
slight idea.
Yeah.
And what are your favorite things to do around Kelowna?
I would say snowboarding is our number one.
Nice. As a family?
As a family, yeah, we snowboard. Summers are always so hectic for us, so like we definitely take the winter to recharge, reconnect, and like, you know, charge the batteries and whatnot. But in the summertime, you know, biking, hiking, jogging, camping, 4x4ing, like there's all those
All that
things.
good
Yeah,
stuff that
exactly.
you
All the
do.
stuff we
Yeah.
love, right? Like we're passionate about the same things.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it's just a matter of trying to carve out time. After you've been hit by a truck, right? Like
Yeah,
it's like,
me
oh my
too.
god. Yeah.
It might be an easy segue, but what do you love most about Kelowna?
You know what? Everyone, you know, it's not the cheapest place to live. So I find that everyone is really quite like-minded. Like everyone's really passionate about their hobbies here. You know, we have a lot of influx of people from Alberta and Vancouver, and it's like, I got, you know, 2 extra hours and I'm not commuting. I'm gonna go biking after work, you know. So
Cool. Yeah.
it's the best climate, you know, 4 seasons to play. So it's really like a lot of people are really kind of on the same page. So that's what I love, I think, most about it.
This business is kind of a good conduit for that.
Right, exactly. So it's really, like I said, it's really rewarding because you're just basically helping people do what they love.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
And anything that the people out there should know about with Over the Top Racks?
Yeah, I mean, we're, like I said, locally owned and operated. We are sponsoring the Father's Day Car Show this year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was formerly Boyd's, so now it's the CSN Father's Day Car Show. So we're giving away a rooftop tent, and there's only 3 sponsors extra on top of it. They're giving away a vehicle, and then there's 3 sponsors, so we're one of those 3 giving away a tree-lined rooftop tent.
Is it gonna be like this? A little smaller?
A little smaller, yeah. A little smaller, yeah, exactly. Something that's a little more one size fits all, but yeah, that's kind of something to look forward to this year.
And then if people need that installed, they obviously know where to come
exactly.
too,
We have like, you know, I think where there's a will, there's a way, and I feel like that's something that we provide. And I think that was really what a lot of people were drawn to, is that, you know, they go to all these other places and are like, no, not possible. And then they talk to us, and it's like, okay, like we're willing to put the extra legwork in to find things and, you know, get what's suitable and, you know, help you out. And so that's kind of our forte, right? We just, you know, it's the customers that keep the lights on. And I think a lot of like people forget about that. You're right. You know, because we're so fresh, and, you know, with COVID, it was like, whoa, we better sink or swim here.
No kidding.
You know, so it's like, you know, we definitely value each person. So
awesome.
Yeah. So.
And extrapolating this vision out, like where do you see this place being in 10 years?
Kicking ass and taking names.
Nice. You'll have a
I can
marketing
say that,
department.
exactly. Yeah. More time with the family, right? And then, you know, maybe expansion within Kelowna, or expansion outside of Kelowna. We'll see. I don't want to.
Learning branch, maybe something like that.
Yeah, so we'll
Very
see.
cool.
Yeah, so you know, we're not thinking small, but yeah, it's just COVID kind of threw a wrench in things, right? Like, so now we're just kind of like, yeah, what do we really want to do? And those are 2 things that are kind of something we're looking into. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time. This has been great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So again, everybody, this is Megan with Over the Top Racks, and my name is Darcy, and I'm a realtor with Vantage West Realty and also the host of Get to Know Kelowna. If you want to learn more about other local businesses or look for deals around town, check out my website. It's www.parkbench.com/Kelowna. We'll talk to you next time.